Okay, thank you. I don't know why I just said thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Leslie Williams, and these are 3 prediction tweets pertaining to what could happen. Well, let's just. What I'm going to do is show you what the tweets say, and then I'm going to make some additional statements pertaining to why the theme of the tweets and why the tweets are being made, and then I'm going to prove the date they were sent, and then I got to get up and get out of here. Today's date is November 4th, 2014. I am a federal, state, and local whistleblower. I am a victim of gang stalking. As a result of being a victim of gang stalking targeted individuals are every aspect of their life is completely destroyed, and is intentional obstacles put up before the target for them to experience the effects of the obstacles that were propped up. What am I trying to say? Well, let's first take a look at these the nature of these tweets. Basically, what this first tweet, because it's a 3-part tweet chain, which you can clearly see they are connected. The first tweet was sent. Second tweet is a continuation of the first. Third tweet is a continuation of the second, which is a continuation of the first. The first one stating, #UCSD SDPD whistleblower going to Social Security, Social SAC, which means Social Security, Law Library, UPS. If any event, incident, assault, arrest, Banami Law Library occurs, gang stalking, ? The second tweet says, if Social Security states the disability review update form wasn't received by them by November 10th, 2014, I'm predicting it now, mail theft, mail delayment. Okay? If the third tweet says, if Fed Loan Servicing claims they didn't receive, hold on, I'll restart stating the third tweet. It says, if Fed Loan Servicing claims they didn't receive proof of money order inquiry facts, I'm predicting it right now, I accidentally put 11/94/14, Leslie Williams, but it's actually 11/04, because, in fact, since that occurred, because the 9 is right next to the 0 on the keypad, you can see that I tweeted it on the 4th of November, okay? There's no such day as a calendar day of 94. So that was instead of the 0 being pressed for 11/04, the 9 was accidentally pressed. So I'm proving that it was sent today's date by showing you the actual date that the tweet is attached to, which Twitter brings up automatically. The point being is this. Now, I'm going downtown today in order to go to at least 4 places. Okay? Now here's why hold on. Got to go back and find these now. Alright, let me just go to my account. What I'll do is go to my account. Hold on. Now, you've seen it that what happened was new tweets came up, and as a result of new tweets coming up from other people, it automatically scrolled mine down. And so what I'm doing right now is literally going to my account, and that way I can just bring them up. Okay? Now, the point being is that, so I'm bringing them up right now. Now, I just clicked on the one, and as a result of the one being clicked on, you can see that these 2 are attached. Okay? So what I'm going to do is click on it. You can see the first one was sent at 8:02 a.m. on November 4th, 2014. That's the tweet right there. Deborah Dupree is now retweeting some things that were, okay? And she's an online reporter pertaining to what's happening to gang stalking victims. Alright, so let's take a look at this tweet. Now, the first tweet you can clearly see was sent on today's date, November 4th, 2014 at 8:02 p.m. At 8:02 a.m. And I'm literally proving that the tweet was sent from here by showing you a video picture of where I'm at. The point being is I haven't even left for the day to go to these places. Okay? These are prediction tweets pertaining to what could happen concerning me, about me, around me, towards me, or against me, no matter where I go. I'm being gang stalked on a feverish scale at the law library, including definitely by, you know what they do? They literally prop up problems. They prop up and do things, and then try to monopolize on what they do by trying to make it appear that, as a result of me responding to what they're doing, that my behavior is inappropriate. Because right now, what they're literally attempting to do is see, these places know they've engaged in gang stalking. Literally getting around me and repeating gang stalk everywhere I go, every single day, using the same exact identical verbal harassment is what I'm experiencing along my routes, and I'm going to prove it here in a second by actually making an addendum it's not an addendum. Well, I guess it is. It's an addendum. Do you hear these men say gang stalk together? Then one says gang stalking, and then that same one says gang of stalk, and then that same one says gang of stalking. I'm gonna F you up. Okay. hold on. My Instagram video is not coming up. Okay. Now, this has also happened to me before in the past. When I go to attempt to, when I make a prediction video, I like to include some evidence in with it, and then I notice that, see, because Instagram has got some proof in it right now, actual video proof of me being gang stalked in the ways that they're doing it, in part of the ways they're doing it. This is a video right here that literally shows individuals getting around me and yelling gang stalk to me while they're threatening to kick my ass. I'm attempting to prove it to you right now, and then all of a sudden Instagram is frozen. Now, you can go to Google and type in gang stalking and cell phone hacking. Just Google it. Why isn't it coming up? I mean, it's clear that it should be coming up. I'm tapping on it. Alright, so let's see if it doesn't come up by the time I'm done making this video. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm going back to Twitter, and so I'm showing you the dates that, this is the second one pertaining to Social Security. You can clearly see that tweet was made, composed, and sent on November 4th, 2014 at 8:13 a.m. And if I remember, I will print out these tweets today. But as far as the law library goes, what individuals do in reference to, part of the techniques of gang stalking is to literally stage events for you to experience so they can cause an effect, which includes them trying to imply that what you're doing is inappropriate or against library regulations. And then when you try to explain what's happening, they will then literally raise their voice to you, okay? Okay, so Instagram started playing. I'm going to play it again. Listen. Now, alright, so that right there shows you that they're placing people along my routes to repeat gang stalk, gang stalking, oh my god, gang stalk. In fact, I'm going to even go further and show you it being said on a bus in Yucca Valley, California, which is 160 miles away from where the event that you just heard occurred at. Okay, now the Yucca Valley ones aren't coming up. Alright, so let's see if that kicks. Here we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. This is me being on a bus in Yucca Valley, California. Do you hear gang stalking, oh my god, being said? Hold on, it's not clicking on. Alright, let's see if it doesn't come up before I'm done. Alright, so going back to the tweet, it should come up. Alright, now, the point being is, I gotta go. I got stuff to do today. If any problems occur concerning me, Leslie Williams, inside of the Social Security office, outside or inside of the Social Security office, outside or inside of the law library, and I mean any friggin' problems, because what they're attempting to do in libraries and even in businesses is they're attempting to make it appear that my behavior is being disruptive, and as a result it's interfering with the normal operations of the environment. Because what they're attempting to do, they're using almost the same exact identical tweets towards me everywhere I go, especially libraries, because what they're trying to establish is that there's a pattern of behavior on my behalf on their letterheads in reference to their complaints. They're staging complaints, staging events, staging incidences, and then what occurs from these incidences are what they do is then, as a result of the incident, they create what is known as a complaint on a piece of paper that's a letterhead pertaining to each place. Like UCSD uses their letterheads to sit down and type out a complaint about my behavior. And what they're attempting to do is stage these events so they can have all this paperwork in their possession so they can use it as a defense when I sue them. They know they're going to be sued. I've literally told them to their face they're going to be sued. And the law library knows that they've engaged in gang stalking. So what they're going to do is they literally engage in the same type of things. They're literally bringing men in that have threatened me right outside of their libraries. Both libraries literally physically threatened me outside their library, and other individuals that they've used in the past. And they're using them now for current events because they know that these individuals are already mentally anchored in my mind to be connected to gang stalking. See, what they count on is resentment, anger, hate, because they know that the mental association has already been intentionally formed. So when they currently use them in order to bring about you being banned, or them compiling falsified statements on letterheads about you, like your behavior's inappropriate, it's disruptive, it's interfering with our, you know what they did yesterday at UCSD? They literally propped up an individual to go into the library, which he complained again about my clearing my throat, started an argument, and I finally stuck up for myself, and then they used that, and then he turned around and had biomedical library staff call library security. They took him in the back, okay, when he shouldn't even have been allowed to go back in there once after he threatened me outside of the biomedical library. The point being is they're intentionally using people that they've used in the past who have engaged in extremely inappropriate behavior. And they're literally bringing them back into the library to continue to mess with me in order to provoke me verbally, so then they can take that and say, Ms. Williams, your behavior is disruptive. If it continues, we're going to have to ban you. And per event, they literally type up a letter. That way, when I sue them, they can say, look at all these letters we got about Ms. Williams' behavior. This is literally what they're doing. That's why they're not banning me right out, because they want each event to produce these letters. Literally. That way they can say, we even got more than one complaint about her. Really? Well, I got 900 audio files of individuals saying gang stalking, oh my God, happening around me everywhere I go, every single day in the same exact identical way, which is their way to let me know I'm being gang stalked. Let's see if that Instagram can come up from Yucca Valley, which is nothing but audio. Oh, wait a minute. That's not it. Hold on. Okay, so I keep tapping on it and it's not coming up. So, just bear with me. Now, cell phone hacking is a method of gang stalking, okay? The point being is literally what they did yesterday. In part, I even predicted the day before in reference to the nature of the technique they did, because I was worried that they were literally going to prop up a man who did assault me on January 30, 2014, because he reappeared along my route yesterday on my way to go to Ralph's. Yesterday was payday, okay? My bank is inside of Ralph's. So they literally repropped him back up. They literally repropped them back up, okay? They literally repopped his skanky ass back up to walk ahead of me, him going in the same direction as Ralph. So I took out my video camera and I took a video picture of his back, and I said, let's see if he is used to cause any kind of problems in Ralph, especially after I get paid. Because if a problem occurred with him, they could arrest me for it and then steal the money. Do you understand? Now, syndicated cops are all over the internet in reference to them being connected to gang stalking. And I said what they'll do is even make sure that this event that could happen, that brings about additional detrimental effects for me to experience, like if I got arrested and then they steal the evidence, the money, the IDs and everything. That way then they'll know that I know in my mind that the whole thing was orchestrated because they used a man who they had previously used before for the current event. That's right, because they want you to feel mentally raped about what's happening to you. That's a literal intentional method of gang stalking. It's called menticide. So I made a video about it literally yesterday morning. And then I went to UCSD and uploaded that video, and guess what they did right before I was preparing? I was literally starting to prepare to leave. They brought a man in who did threaten to kick my ass right outside of their library. And then he created the event, and then acted like he was complaining about me, and then went to biomedical library staff to call library security. So I went to them and asked them to call UCSD campus safety. The point being is that the staged event was designed in order to bring about another notice of disruptive behavior concerning me. That's right. Now, my name is Leslie Williams. I even said, why didn't you guys ban him from ever coming back the date? Because he reappeared in the library on 4 occasions since that July 16th date when the threat occurred. I called UCSD campus police and said, he's here right now. Can you please come out? I'm not sure how he's going to behave today. They told me no, right to my face on my phone. Right to my face. And then he came in 2 other occasions since then, and then yesterday he was used for an event. So if any problems happen anywhere I go today, and I don't give a flying fuck how, because these assholes know I'm wearing a tape recorder, so they got to make it appear that I'm not following instructions, okay, in reference to anything they approach me about. They got to make it appear that they'll even stage witnesses to event, and they will also stage a complaint. and then also use other people to back up the complaint to make it appear that more than one people is complaining about me. These are the literal methods and techniques of gang stalking. Go to Google and type in gang stalking and Social Security, gang stalking and social services, gang stalking in libraries, gang stalking in security guards, gang stalking in universities. Gotta get. Thank you.